Hello everyone! In today's video I'll show you how to crochet this scrap yarn bikini top. I hope you will enjoy this tutorial, and if you do, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and let's get into it. And to make this bikini I will be using various yarns. So basically I will be combining acrylic and mohair at the time. Then I have this one as well. This one, it doesn't really fit in a view, but a lot of different yarns that I will be using, majority of them are double knit, apart from the mohair, which is lace weight. And you can either try and do the same, so use double knit combined with lace, or you can choose any yarn that you would like to do it, as this is made to measure, so there shouldn't be any problem in using any yarn you want. Then you will need scissors, needle, and I will be using a 3.5mm hook. With double knit I usually go with 4.5, but just because I want that bikini to be extra tight, I'm going with 1mm smaller, so 3.5, and I would recommend using smaller hook than recommended, just to make those stitches super tight. And I just wanted to take a second of your time before we go into the tutorial, because this video is sponsored by me and my small business, which I wanted to share with you. And it is another hobby of mine, which some of you might not know because I don't share this enough, but it's hand dyeing natural fibers such as merino wool, mohair, and more. It is available worldwide on KenikseYarns.com website, and I have a 10% discount code for you, Kenikse Yarns 10, if you come across any skein you'd like. And here I have one cup done, and I just wanted to show you that our initial tail will start from this length. So you can either measure your own size or the bikini you might have that fits you, just to measure the length that you need, and this is what you will need to start from. And to start off, you want to grab any of your yarns. I have a pink here, and as you can see, I'm using 2 strands at a time. I will be chaining 25, but again, the chain length depends on what size you need. And this is how it will look. Now, just because I am skipping the first chain, that will make my row be 24 stitches, and I would recommend choosing a even number for your first row. And once you've got your chain, skip the first one and go into the second one with a double crochet, which you can do by yarning over, going into the stitch, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And this is what you will repeat till the end of your chain, just basically doing double crochet in all chains. Now this is the point where I want to change the color. If you are using just one color, continue as normal. And those who are using multiple ones, I'm going to show you how to do a change of color. So into the next chain, go with your double crochet and only pull through 2 loops once, leaving the other 2 on your hook. Drop the old color and grab your new. Put that around your hook, hold it and pull through. And this is how you join new color. I'm just gonna put those tails behind, and I'm gonna continue with the double crochets now in this color. So yarn over, go into the next chain. You can also try to keep the tails above your hook so that you can work them in, just like so. And as you can see, these tails get carried under the stitches if you keep them above your hook. So continue making those double crochets till the end, and I will meet you then. And before I start next row, I'm just gonna hide these tails in, making sure they are secure. So I'm just making my way back under those stitches as well, like so, and I can now cut these ends. And once you've got all the double crochets done, you need to chain 2, turn your work, and from now on for each row we will be doing decrease in the first 2 stitches and decrease in the last 2 stitches for every single row. This is what will shape our rows into that triangle, just basically by doing decreases on both sides. And to do a decrease, you want to yarn over, go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and leave those 2 loops on your hook. Then again yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through all 3. And it might not be very visible with this yarn, but I'll try to show you with another color on this side. Now you want to continue making double crochets until you have 2 stitches left. And now that you are at the end when you have 2 stitches left, I'm going to show you how to do that decrease one more time. So you want to yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you will have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you will have 2 left. You want to leave these 2 and yarn over, go into the next, pull up a loop and come back, yarn over, pull through 2, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. And when you yarn over and pull through all 3, it kind of makes your 2 double crochets merged into 1, and this is how you do that decrease. So out of 2 stitches you make 1. So for example, for the first row I had 24 stitches. Now for this second one I only have 22 because I made a decrease here and here. So it decreased by 2 stitches, 1 on each side. And once you're done with this row, you want to then chain 2. This is what you will always be doing at the end of each row. Then turn your work and do your third row, which is exactly the same. Basically decrease in the first 2, double crochets till you have 2 left on this side, and decrease here. So just to show you one more time, yarn over, go into the first stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You will have 3 loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through all 3. Then continue making double crochets till you have 2 stitches left, and I will meet you then. And again, when you are at the end of your row 3, you have 2 stitches left, you will need to do decrease. So yarn over, go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat this one more time by yarning over, going into the second stitch, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you will have 3 loops left. So yarn over and pull through all 3. Then chain 2, turn your work, and you will now basically be repeating a same row, just less double crochets with each row. So you will do decrease in the first 2, decrease in the last two, and what you have in between those you will just do double crochets. So keep doing those rows, and I will meet you at the end when it comes closer to the very top of the triangle. Now depends what length you started with. That will determine how many rows you have, but you will eventually come to the row where you have 4 stitches only. So you want to chain 2, and for the row that goes after when you have 4 stitches, you will basically do 2 decreases, so 1 decrease and another decrease straight after. So let me just quickly do this. So that is 1. And 2 decreases. Then chain 2, turn your work, and you will have 2 stitches left. So just go into the first one, pull up a loop, go into the next one, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3 loops to close that round. And this is how it should look. So it will pretty much turn into a triangle. And once again, your number of rows depends on how many stitches you started it with. But I have 12 rows plus that one tiny bit where I'm closing the 2 stitches, basically single crocheting 2 together. Now you can either continue with the color you have or change it to do a strap, and I'm gonna change my color, so I'm just gonna go back where I have those 3 loops, and I have my yarn which is doubled, so I'm just gonna pull that through, and I will be using doubled one so that my chain is a bit thicker. And this is a chain where you will be tying your bikini around your neck, and this one is for the side. So I'm gonna chain 100, but you can chain any amount that will fit and will be long enough to tie it around your neck. So let me just quickly do this, and I will meet you then. And once you are happy with how long your chain is, you can just cut your tails off, pull it through, and tighten it up, and this is how it will look all together. Now you want to decide whether the scup is your left or right, and depending on that you want to choose where you want your tie to be for the back. So I basically have my first scup as a left one, which looks like a right one, but my tie is on this side, so that means that I need my other tie for the back to be on this side. So yeah, just don't get confused. Make sure that when you do it, you have them right sides up, and you do the opposite one for your second. So it's gonna be here for me. So I'm just gonna put my hook into the corner of this, and with new color, which is doubled again, I'm gonna do a chain. This time it's gonna be 120 because I need it longer for my bag, but you can do any amount that you need. Again, you can measure that on yourself or measure the size of bikini you have. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a chain of 120, and then I will meet you then. And once you're done with your second chain, just pull it through, tighten it up, and this is it for the ties. Now the very last thing left to do is basically sew them together. So if you need any space in between the cups, if you have a bigger size, for example, you might as well want to do a chain here. Just because I'm small chested, I'm just gonna sew them together, and I'm sure it's going to fit me. But yeah, once again, if you need any allowance in between those cups, just do a chain and join them together. But yeah, I'm gonna be using this tail left, and I will go with my needle straight into the very first cup and I'm going to be sewing them together, making sure that it is secure. I am going multiple times. And once you think it is secure, you will need to hide this tail very well, because otherwise it might come undone. So just make sure that you go with that tail in as many stitches as possible, and also make sure that you go into multiple directions, because if you only go one way, if you pull this apart, it might come undone. So just make sure to weave within, going one way then back the other, until it's secure. Then you can cut it off, and this is how it will look. So yeah, you will be able to tie that up together, as well as these two. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in my next